Hello, my stamping friends. Brenda Hillard here at Create with Brenda. I am Brenda Hillard, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I am going to share with you a little project that I did. Every month at Create with Brenda, I host a mystery stamping event. It's a virtual event via Zoom, and is how you get the details on that is to subscribe to my newsletter, and then I send out all the measurements and cutting instructions, and we assemble it together at our virtual event. So when you come into the event, you have no idea what the finished card is going to look like, but it's a great layout each month, and I share with you lots of little samples and stamping tips and whatever. So my next event is going to be on September 8th at 7 o'clock p.m. So like I said, subscribe to my newsletter for the details, and I would love to have you join me. So here's this month's mystery stamp layout. I used the frosted gingerbread stamp set. I used the gingerbread dies. And then, of course, we have this beautiful designer series paper called Gingerbread and Peppermint. Can you believe all of the different patterns? So there are 12 different patterns. Let me back up. There's even more than that. So this is like a front and back of each of the sheets. And when you order the paper pack, you get 48 sheets. So it's 4 each of 12 double-sided designs. So there's actually 24 designs. But like I said, you get 12 double-sided design sheets. Okay? Great value, $11.50 for the 48 sheets. So check it out. The other thing I want to show you is that you can order the entire suite collection, which includes all of the products found on this page. So you get the stamps, the dies, you get the pretty pillow box dies, you get the gingerbread and peppermint memories and more, along with the matching memories and more cards and envelopes. You get the mini ruffled ribbon, the peppermint acrylic shapes, a pack of the 6x6 craft paper, which makes the cutest little pillow boxes. You get the adorning designs, decorative masks, and it includes a pack of the paper. And right now, it is celebration again at Stampin' Up! So with this suite of product, you would be eligible for 3 free items from the celebration brochure. So check that out. Let's get started with our project. And what we're going to be making is this card right here. So what you need is a piece of, and I used thick basic white cardstock. It measures 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And remember, the dark gray is your cutting. So we want the light gray, and we're going to score our card at 4.25 inches. And just fold that in half, making sure my edges are even. And then we'll give it a good crease with our bone folder. So there's our card base. We're just going to set that aside. You're going to need a piece of cardstock, solid color. I chose Real Red. You're going to need a piece of basic white, the regular cardstock. This measures 3.75 by 5 inches. You're going to need a 1/2 inch by 5 inch piece of Real Red. And then for our designer series papers, I have a piece that measures 2 by 2, and then I have 3 pieces that measure 1 by 2. And that's so that we can get this nice little banner across the bottom. And then for this gingerbread cookie, this is the fun part, guys. Look at the designer series paper coordinates with the dies. So I don't have to color this. I can simply line this up. There's a bell, an ornament, a star, and then the snowflake. So I can just line these up. And put my cutting plate on the top. And these are all designed, the dies are all designed to work with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss Mini. So how fun is that? If you don't have a mini, now is the time to grab one of those. So there's our cutout pieces from the Designer Series paper. Cute, aren't they? Just love, love, love this set. I'm very excited to share projects with you. All right. I'm just going to put this aside. The only stamp I'm going to be using from this today is the sentiment that says, "You're the icing to my gingerbread." And we'll go ahead and assemble our card now. So to start with, I found that our multi-purpose liquid glue works the best. I just want to zoom in here a little bit. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, that was a bit much. There we go. I'm going to add some liquid glue. And the reason I like liquid glue for this is because we're putting these right down here on the corner. And as you can see, when I use this liquid adhesive, it gives me just a minute to position that exactly where I want. Then I can press down and we have what we need. Just wanted to see what pieces I wanted to use here. Next, I'm going to take this 1x2 and I'm just going to butt it right up against the first one I put down. Whoops. See how I get time to do the wiggle? Wiggle factor there so that you can get it right where you want it on your card. And then I'm going to do the same thing to these next two pieces so that I can go right across to my card. And this card layout is really fun in that it looks very, very different with each of the different Designer Series papers we have here at Create with Brenda, and I'm going to show you some samples of those. Now, don't worry if you didn't get your cutting measurements exact, because you have this 1/2 inch by 5 inch piece of paper that we can add adhesive to, and we can put that right across the top. And if your pieces didn't line up exactly, you can just cover up those uneven edges with this strip. Okay? So let's do our stamping next. So like I told you, I'm using the stamp, "You're the icing to my gingerbread." And I'm going to ink that up with the cinnamon cider because that's one of our coordinating colors here. And we all know that Stampin' Up! Excels at the color coordination and makes it easy for us to decide what to use. So there's our sentiment. See if I can lift up still. Nope, that one's down. All right, so let's bring in our gingerbread cookie. And I'm going to take some of my full-size dimensionals here and add a couple to the back. And we're going to put that right up here to fill in that space on our card. Isn't it cute? I just love these cards. And I love how quick and easy they are, so that if I want to make, let's say I'm going to send out 50. These really, honestly, would take me no time at all to put together. And so there's our main focal. And now we're going to add that to our card base. Just like that. And once I have it centered where I want it, I can just press it down and voila, there's our card. Now I told you I would share with you some other cards that I have done. So let me grab those for you and we'll just flash them through. So here's some that I've done. This one I used the Harvest Meadow paper. This one I used the gingerbread and peppermint. Just different papers. And look at what a different look we get, right? Here's another that I did using the Tidings of Christmas. Another with Painted Christmas. And this one I just used the ribbon with this beautiful Fonty script. And then, hey boo, because you know I love Halloween. So here's a little Halloween version using the cute Halloween Designer Series paper. I hope you love this month's mystery stamping project. And again, I hope you'll join me next month, September 8th at 7 p.m. Subscribe to my newsletters to get all of the details. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.